Shalawam, shalawam. Hope I'm coming through loud and clear. Alright, first and foremost, all praises be to Yahawah, by Sham, Yahawashi, by Shem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which grew well and teach well in sincerity, taught us this truth. And shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children maintaining themselves in this truth. Shalawam, your brother Yerami Kazak. The lesson today will be entitled, "The Carnal Mind is death, man." You know, being in this truth, the carnal mind, thinking that by carnal means you're gonna be saved, okay? Like a gun and things like that. It's not. It's actually, you're taking away all the greatness of Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi by believing that he's carnal. By believing that by physical means you're gonna be saved, when that's not true. Okay? Yahawah is what? He's the Father of spirits. Alright? Spiritually, he's working in your life. We wrestle against principalities. Not flesh, but spiritual things. Foundations and strongholds of spiritual means that we can't see. So demons in the spirit world, right? We don't wrestle against the flesh. Okay? So by thinking that, even you got basic people laying hands on people and things of that nature and thinking that it's going, if you coming in the wrong name, the demon gonna laugh at you. Because spiritually you don't know how to break down that stronghold. Thinking that's carnally. Carnally, people picking up guns, that's never gonna work. Okay? The government actually wants you to do that. They want you to think that you can pick up a gun and fight them and it's gonna work. They want to put that in your mind. That's why they give you these movies: Civil War, Homestead, Leave the World Behind. You know, hey, get a militia, get guns, prepare, get ready to fight. The government gonna come in like a flood. Okay? I want to go to Romans 8, verse 1. There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Hamashiach Yahawashi, who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. And that means you walking in your new man. You understanding that this thing is spiritual. You understanding that I really got to believe and trust in what I can't see. I got to believe and trust in Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi to save me up out of this place. Okay? You're not gonna see Yahawah by. We may see chariots, and you may see certain miracles and things happen, but you ain't seeing Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi, but you still believing them 100%. Okay, and that's true faith. You gotta have real faith. If you don't have real faith, you're gonna get carnal and you're gonna try to fight. And you're gonna try to fight the FEMA troops and all this stuff when they come. Okay? So you gotta be in the spirit. For the law of the spirit of life in Hamashiach Yahawashi have made me free from the law of sin and death. The law is what? The law is carnal. You going after the law, keep this, keep that, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you're supposed to keep what you can, okay? But still, we break the law every single day, man. By having on different fabrics, we break the law. All right? Hey, Shalawam, bro. Yahawah by Hashem, Yahawashi, Barak, Ahtham, in your household. We gonna break the law every single day. All right? Monday to Tuesday is the Shabbat. And if we drive anywhere, then what? We are kindling a fire. Okay? So you're gonna break the law. You know? You're gonna be able to keep it. So for those camps out there that's trying to push the law, this law, that law, this law, that, like they can't break it. They what? They carnal. They are carnal. They are carrying on after carnal means to save them up out of this. They're not trusting in Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi. They don't understand what time we in. Verse 3. For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, power sending his own son, in the likeness of sinful flesh, this is what we living in, and for sin, condemned sin in the flesh. Right? He defeated it. He beat it. Okay? Nailed it to the cross. But it's don't take that he nailed the law to the cross, because no, you still got to keep what you can. Don't get it twisted in your mind. But at the same point being is you're not going to be able to keep it 100%, because we in sinful flesh. We ain't like Yahawashi. We ain't made like him yet. You know? Verse 4. That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. So not being carnal, walking after the Spirit. Being like, man, what the fuck is you doing, bro? Come on, man. Dumbass people. Alright? Can't drive out here. Alright. That the righteousness, I gotta read that again. That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. So we going after the Spirit. We not going after fleshly means. We not going after, we looking at the inward. You know, that also goes with looking at the inward in somebody. Not looking at how many garments the brother got, or how many lessons he got, or all that blah, blah, blah. But it's like, okay, is this brother sincere? Is this brother serious? Is this brother real? Or is he going to quit? Is he going to give up at any sign of trouble? You know? Precept. Romans 7:15. Coming from the brother Nakaf. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I do, that do I not. But what I hate, that I do. I just go over there. Verse 14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. Exactly, kind. And the only time we're going to be able to carnally keep the law 100% is in those everlasting bodies. Okay? And actually that 15, you know, we hate what we do. Because we hate that we break the law. And when we do break it, we hate that we go off. You get that godly sorrow. You hate that you done messed up. You done reduce yourself to a lower state. You succumb to this flesh. You didn't win that fight. You're not going to win every battle. You can't rock around here and pride yourself in keeping the law. All right. So let's keep it going. Verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. And this is our brothers and sisters that are after the flesh, they're going to take the C-hip because they mind the things of the flesh. They're going to be like, I had to go to the grocery store, you know, and be like, how am I going to get my food if I can't go in there and buy and shop, right? Because the C-hip. You're going to have the C-hip to even go in this grocery store. You're going to have the C-hip to get gas. They're like, how am I going to get gas? How am I going to pay my bills if I don't got the C-hip, right? So carnally, they're going to be down and distraught. And all despair, man, hurt. And they eventually going to take the C-hip. When they might have said it 100 million times that they not going to take it. But they are going to take it. Because they have been carnal their whole life. Okay? You can't just overnight be strong enough in the spirit to not take the C-hip. No, you got to build that up a couple years, man. You have to build that up. It's got to be in you. It can't be taught. I mean, it got to be built up. And yeah, it's got to be in you, because Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi had to have chosen you from the beginning not to take it. Okay? So you could say that you're not going to take it, but if you ain't built yourself up in the spirit, when that day comes, what you said going to go out the window. You know? You got girls be like, I never cheat on you. Then 2 years in, she laid up with another nigga. Right? But I remember you said you never cheat. Like, words is cheap, man. You know? Keep that in mind. What people tell you and what they tell themselves is cheap. They be like, I'll never hurt you, but then they try to kill you. Right? You got these type of people, man. Because they carnal. Because being carnal, another big part of carnal is you let your emotions get to you. Right? Because that's how you feel. It's not spiritual. Carnal people are emotional people. Very emotional. Therefore, they will take the C-hip because carnally they felt they couldn't eat. So they had to carnally take the C-hip so they could go and carnally eat. Not trusting that Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi was going to feed them. But we trust in Yahawashi spiritually, knowing that he gonna feed us. He feed the birds, he feed the insects, right? You think that he gonna let Satan keep us away from eating? All right. Verse 6. This is the whole point. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So they gonna what? People that take the sea hip, Revelation 16, right? They gonna have them swords on them. You know, those that worship the beast, they're gonna go into the lake of fire. The ICBM missiles are gonna devour them. You know, that's what we talking about. Because they carnal. So what? Because to be carnally minded is death. They gonna feel death. They gonna feel the second death. Because they was carnal and they trusted in Esau, Edom, the devil. They trusted in, they call 911. They go down to Egypt for help, right? But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. We gonna be somewhere chilling. Isaiah 65:13. We gonna be eating. They gonna be hungry. We gonna be drinking. They gonna be thirsty, right? We gonna be rejoicing. They gonna be wallowing in sorrow, man. You know, but and that whole essence of the divider is because they carnal and we spiritual. They carnal and we spiritual. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. This is why I can lose a job and be like, all right, cool, right? Because spiritually, I know Yahawah got me. But if a person that loses a job and is carnal, like, man, how am I gonna get another job? What I'm gonna do? Start panicking, right? You got these panicky, panicking ass Nancy. You don't, that person, you can't deal with these type of people because they panic and it's showing that they have no faith by how they react to situations, man. Verse 7. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahawah, for it is not subject to the law of power, neither indeed can be. So then, they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahawah. Bahashem Yahawashi. You can't. You can't please the Father or the Son. Okay? The Spirit ain't dealing with you because you in the flesh. You never gonna be spiritual on this side of the timeline. All right? But ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit, if so be that the Spirit of Yahawah dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the Spirit of Hamashiach, he is none of his. So you are spit out. You are not the Lord's. He ain't dealing with you because you're not spiritual and you're carnal. So therefore, your actions is going to be of carnal actions. And those carnal actions is enmity against Yahawah B'Hashem Yahawashi. So you forever, at the end of the day, from the womb to the tomb, you're going to be against Yahawah because of how you carry yourself, you know? So the summary is, man, be spiritual, okay? Being spiritual is having faith, trusting that Yahawah B'Hashem Yahawashi is going to take care of you. That's the key. You got to have that faith. Seeing what you don't see, okay? That's faith. Like believing in something that you can't see. You really trust that Yahawah going to come with a chariot. You know, you really trust that he going to feed you when you don't got no food in your refrigerator. You really trust that he going to take care of you when there's troops all outside, but somehow they going to pass over your house. You really trust when it's a purge outside, but somehow you able to walk through it. You able to get through safely. We are that main character, man, in these stories, in these shows. I used to watch what's that, man? The Last of Us, right? Somehow dude get through every time. Or even if he get hurt, somehow something happen and he make it through eventually. And that's us. Y'all was showing us through these shows. I'm going to get you through this. I'm going to get you through that. Watching the War of the Worlds. Somehow the son joined, he went with the military, but somehow he made it to the house before the dad even got there. Right? Man, Yahawah B'Hashem Yahawashi is going to take care of us in these times which is to come. Because we spiritual. Because we believe spiritually. We not trusting in carnal means. You could be an expert rifleman. That's not going to get you saved, bro. Yahawah don't care nothing about that. Okay? He could raise up somebody that's never dealt in warfare and make them a great soldier. Okay, like if he need us to fight, he gonna teach us. He gonna put us into those skills. All right, whatever it is, he gonna lead us on that path, and that's spiritual because we trust in him spiritually. All right, it's not cause of it's not cause of education. It's not cause of degrees. It's not cause of none of that, man. All right, if you trusting in your degree to save you, you being carnal. If you trusting in your accomplishments, you being carnal. If you trusting in your gun safe, you being carnal. That's not it. That right there, that type of stuff is gonna kill you. The wisdom of the world is what? It's foolishness to Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi. Let's get that and we're gonna end it over there. Alright. 1 Corinthians 3 and 19. For the wisdom of the world is foolishness with Yahawah, but it is written, he taketh the wise in his own craftiness. He'll bring you up, right? Got you thinking you know all this stuff. Like a what's that dude that just got destroyed in that debate? He be talking about Anunnaki and all that stuff. The black dude. I can't remember his name, but he's a clown. But he think he's so wise, and he speaks against the Bible. And Yahawah just took this Edomite dude and destroyed him in a debate and had dude looking stupid. You know? So these false prophets is on display, man. You know? Precept. 1 Corinthians 2:14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of power, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. Exactly. And that's perfect. That's perfect. Being the difference between being carnal and spiritually. The natural man, the carnal man ain't going to be able to receive that. Ain't going to be able to receive none of this stuff. You know? But the spiritual man is right there, getting revealed, having an unction to know all things. Everything is revealed to the spiritual man. Okay? We understand what's in the skies. We understand that these are chemtrails. We understand about the, and I want to do a live on this later on tonight, about the fog, the mist that they're spraying right now, you know, and it's got disease in it, right? Via TikTok, but it's really via Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi. I stumbled upon the movie The Mist, and me and my wife watched it. And in that movie, man, the lady actually said, the God of the Israelites is coming back and he demands blood. Yo, the movie The Mist, it came out in 2007. All right. It was crazy, but she was going in, and then she started going crazy. But she was correct in that point that the God of the Israelites, that's what he's known, the God of Israel, right? So that miss, because they show you what they do before they do it. If brothers could watch that, that's a good movie, The Miss, you know. So that's a crazy one. All right. But getting back to the point, basically, she was preaching in the show, and then that Edomite woman. She was preaching in the show, and then she started being hella carnal. But the main character, he was spiritual more so because he trusted, and he left in the movie. Like he just went out there on faith and just left. Said we gotta get away. But then at the end, you know, I ain't gonna spoil the ending. But she was more so carnal at the end of the day. That's why it's showing you a lot of these Christians, they say they know the Bible, but they don't. All right. And they're more carnal than anything. Saying that they know the Bible, but they're carnal. Because the way they act and their actions shows that they are carnal, shows that they don't really believe and trust and have faith in Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi. Okay? At the end of the day, man. So with that being said, that's going back to, for the wisdom of the world is foolishness with power. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. Because you say you know the Bible, but you trusting in the wisdom of the world. You trusting in this and that, prepping and all this stuff to save you. But it's not going to save you, man. Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi is going to save you. You know? I was watching a video that Elder Mawatazat was doing. He was talking about, you know, all this prepping stuff. You could be prepping for years, decades, and then an earthquake hit and it knocked the shed down on your prep station and you can't get to none of that food. And you be sitting there looking stupid. And you be shit out just like everybody else. So if Yahawah, let Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi, he's in control at the end of the day. Okay? And then that person could die, and then the prophets could stumble on, and it could a storm could come through and move that wreckage, and we stumble upon all that food. That's how it's gonna be. Okay? And that right there is because we spiritual. We're gonna be given all of that. We didn't carnally prep, but it just so happened that we stumbled upon it because Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi had been using this person to set us up for this type of stuff, man. That's what I'm talking about. He's going to feed us the same way he fed our people coming up out of Egypt. We coming up out of Egypt this time, and the final way of coming up out of here is the chariots, right? But he's going to feed us in the meantime, in between time, all right? And with that being said, hey, all praises be to Yahawah, by Hashem Yahawashi, by Hashem Kakadash, Shalawam.